How to set up your studio account on Suretake. Studio accounts on Suretake are a little different than individual accounts in that you can manage accounts and you are responsible for the billing of those accounts. So client accounts is what we call them. So the main difference with a studio account is having those additional client management features. And then under that studio account is where you have your client accounts, which then function similarly to a normal individual account. So once you have a studio account, you're going to get a view that looks a little like this. And you can see we've got a couple of notifications here that we're going to want to take care of, and we'll do that in a moment. You're going to notice down here that you've got a section called Your Personal Show. That's just a place where you can record a show of your own. If your studio has a podcast or you happen to be a podcaster yourself, you can use Suretake similar to a normal user and record a show down here. All your recordings and such will show up there, and you have all the normal settings that a podcaster would for their show on a normal account. So that's what this is. Then you can see the recent client recordings section here. We don't have any clients or recordings yet, but when we do, this is a section where you'll be able to go in and access and see your clients' recordings and files when they are ready. Let's take a look at these couple of notifications here. Both of these are going to be set in the Manage Clients area. So we're going to head there right now. The first thing we see here is setting up your studio name. This is important because it helps with your branding. It appears various places in the client dashboard and some emails and such. So it's good to fill that in. Otherwise, it will default to just showing your email address. Same here, your studio logo. This is also a good one to include because it shows up in your client's dashboard to give them more of a branded experience. Next, we've got the support email. So by default, if you don't put this in, any of your clients' support requests from their dashboard will come to Suretake's support, and we'll do our best to help. However, in a lot of cases, this is going to be a support request that should go to you first as the studio owner. So what you can do is put in your proper support email here, and then the contact form on the dashboard for the client will automatically send to you. If it's something you need to escalate to us, then you can do that directly, and that way you're keeping more control over the support experience for your clients, and they're talking to you who they would expect to speak to when they have an issue, since the whole thing is branded and you've administered the Suretake account for them. The next box here is also for an email address, optionally if you'd like. This one is for notifications of new recordings. So you can have that on or off, but basically when a client of yours finishes a recording, it will send you an email with the notification and the share link so you can go ahead and download those files, basically telling you that there's something ready for you to edit. So that is a separate email address from the support box that I just mentioned. You could use the same one, but you have that flexibility if you want to split it up. You do have a webhooks option here as well on the studio account where you can have all of your client recordings trigger a webhook, and that's great for services like Zapier, Make, or any other type of automation that you may be building. There's a payload where all the data about the episode comes in, including the download links and such. So you can do with that whatever you like, whether it's automating into your invoice system to have invoicing done per episode, having the files download automatically, creating a workflow task in a task manager such as ClickUp. Whatever you can come up with, you can customize and create with the webhooks feature here. If you want the transcription included in automations, you can flick that on here. We just do that so we're not generating the transcript if you don't need it. Put your webhook address in here. You'll be able to do a test. There will be a button that will show up, and you can watch other videos and see our help documents for further details on the actual webhook automations, but that's just a basic rundown of what it does. Again, we have another display here of the client seats, and below is the client section. So you're not seeing anything here right now, but this is where your clients will show up and you can manage them. You can also, of course, invite one right here. And once the client has accepted, you'll be able to manage those here. And there are some further details in the help documents as well in terms of how things actually work if you need to remove a client. You can always check down here the Studio Help button, or click the Contact Us button in the bottom right if you need to get in touch.